Hello. What is this? This isn't the Drunken Haze. No, it's not. I've got a soda. Grapefruit, one of the best flavors. So for this video, I want to talk about a little team. You may have heard of them. They're doing okay at the little Kyiv Major right now. A little team by the name of Quincy Crew. Quincy Crew, the only unsponsored team at the event. As I record this video, they haven't gone up against T1 yet. Based on the result of that game, they may have to go up against EG if they lose. We could be seeing a repeat of the North American El Clasico. That's the Clasico for my North American audience, for my English audience. And that's a matchup that Quincy Crew has won twice. Both seasons of the NADPC, Quincy Crew has beaten EG in a best of 3. Now, it's worth noting, both those games, both those series, very close. I think they could have gone either way. But that does put Quincy Crew in the unique position of being one of the few teams in North America to be on the same level as EG throughout all of NA Dota 2 history. So we do love to see it. So let's give a brief rundown of what this team is. Really, if we want to go to the beginning of Quincy Crew, I think a good place to start is Team Freedom back in 2017. Who are Team Freedom? Well, Team Freedom was a stack made up of Quinn and Yawar. Quinn, then known as ccnc, and Yawar, Sumail's brother. You may have heard of him. This was ccnc and Yawar's first real attempt at TI qualification. More so ccnc. Yawar had been playing a little bit before that, but this was ccnc's first real attempt at applying to TI. They looked good. This is a team that almost went undefeated in the group stage of the qualifiers. They dropped one game to Jenkins Dota, and could never recover after that, unfortunately. Had they had won that one game, had Jenkins not barred Team Freedom from an undefeated run during the group stage, they would have been automatically invited to TI. You would have seen Team Freedom probably get picked up by a sponsor and maybe do well at the event. I mean, this team looked good. They don't make it. They lose to NP in the qualifiers, that Eternal Envy stack, and they couldn't make it past that. They were tiebreakers, and they just couldn't. They couldn't hack it in the bracket. They couldn't hack it in the bracket. So what happens after that? You have ccnc getting invited to the event as talent, being chastised and crucified by all of Reddit. People saying this guy's a toxic player. Who the hell is this guy? He shouldn't be invited to the event. LOL. This guy lost qualifiers and now he's just, trying to be an analyst or something. Now that's all before the event happens. People are getting this flame. ccnc, by the end of the event, Reddit has just fallen in love with him. They think he's one of the best analysts, and surprise, surprise, he's one of the best mid players in Dota 2. I imagine he has some intelligent things to say on a panel. So moving on from the TI that they didn't qualify for, Quinn then goes on to play with Optic Gaming for a while with PPD. Team has mixed results. They look okay at times. They look pretty bad at other times. There's some drama. ccnc comes back. And we're gonna skip forward to TI9 now, where you have Forward Gaming. This is the second Forward Gaming lineup, I believe. They're trying to qualify for TI. And this is where the real trifecta comes into play of Quinn, Yawar, and MSS. At this time, they also had Snaking and Pylai Dai, two other very, very scary, well-known players. And they qualify for the event, and Forward Gaming, the organization, disbands, but the team, the roster, is picked up by Newbie Gaming. And this roster, let me tell you, they looked good in the group stage. I mean, they looked scary. They were taking games off the top teams. And then they make it to the upper bracket. Newbie Gaming makes it to the upper bracket, and their first match is against the winners of the event, OG. This is when OG was playing this crazy Wisp combo, this Wisp carry build, and just destroying everybody with it. And Newbie was the first victim in the upper bracket. And if you watch this game, you can just tell from the draft that Newbie has no damage to deal with this IO, Omni Knight, Bristleback, whatever it was that OG have going on. I mean, there is literally nothing they can do. This is the infamous OKGG that Pylai Dai throws out as they're being fountain dived. They just can't take it anymore. I mean, they got messed up and they couldn't recover after that. I think it was a bit demoralizing. They go down to the lower bracket, and the team was playing well, but they were inconsistent, and that inconsistency really came into fruition in that lower bracket, and they just couldn't. I think they lost their first series. So what happens after that? After that, you have the initiation of the Quincy Crew. Newbie, let's go of the roster. Snake King moves on to another team, and you have Quincy Crew. The whole idea behind this was that Yawar and Sumail Hassan, the Hassan brothers, were gonna finally come together. This is what everyone wanted for so long, to smash some North American Dota. And they actually do play a couple games together. I think they may have been qualifying for an event or something like that, and they look good. And then disaster strikes as Sumail finds that he is still under contract with VG, and Quincy Crew do not have the resources to buy him out of that contract. So bye-bye Sumail, bye-bye Hassan brother dreams. But luckily the core roster stayed together, and this kind of brings us up to the current day. How far do I think Quincy Crew, once again, the only unsponsored team at the event, can go at the Kyiv Major? Well, they looked rocky in their series against No Ping, but I would also like to point out that I think No Ping has a tendency to make teams look rocky. That's part of their that's part of their plan. They make teams play to their level, and their level is chaos. And we definitely saw that against Quincy Crew. We saw it a little bit against EG, and EG's a solid team, and I think that's just part of No Ping. So yeah, how far do I think Quincy Crew go? I think they can beat T1. We haven't seen the game yet. By the time this video goes posted, we'll probably know the result of that game, and it'll either look insanely foolish or like the smartest NA analyst alive. We know from some talk on the panels that Quincy Crew has been showing up in scrims against China and winning, and they've been looking good. If it came down to, say, a Quincy Crew versus PSG LGD, I think most people, myself included, would have PSG winning that matchup, but you don't know. Quincy Crew could come through and do it. It wouldn't surprise me to see them in the grand finals. Whether or not they win the grand finals is another story, but it shouldn't surprise anybody. It also, I mean, I think right now, the top two for this tournament is pretty up in the air. PSG LGD will probably have a number one. People say Nigma, but I'm not convinced as of right now. I'm still not convinced on this Nigma team. The group stage was so hectic with so many ties that I really can't say one way or another that I think Nigma's a good team. A good team at the event. I know they're a good team. I mean, I know these are good players, but I don't know if they're really the top dog that everyone says they are. I could look like a fool. I could be wrong. So yeah, Quincy Crew, Ken, BBQ, and the boys. I think it's their time.